I love the original John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982. I remember staying seated in the cinema to watch it again. To take on this huge task of making a prequel is not easy, because whatever film you create, it's going to be compared to the original. And it's even more difficult because you have to include discoveries from the original Norwegian facility and be sure to transfer them 30 years later. To avoid mispronunciation of the director's name, his industry background is commercials and television, and this is his first feature film. I liked the first few minutes, but from such a dramatic near-death start, you wonder how the three characters involved survived. There was no verbal or visual explanation. It was just ignored, which was a little irritating. There's a lack of preparation with this production. In the 1982 original, they discover many Norwegian VHS videotapes. Unfortunately, this was brushed over because many tapes would indicate a long investigative time frame, and this prequel ignores this major clue by being a little rushed. The other oversight is the way people interacted in the 1980s, especially towards women in the workplace. If they did the research by watching films of the time, they could have picked up a few pointers to get the social aspect, look and feel just right. I didn't believe the story was set 30 years ago. It was a little 2011 for me. And the same has to be said for the look of the main female character, Kate Lloyd, that's played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who was John McClane's daughter in Die Hard 4. I've experienced severe weather conditions during Canada's winter where you can't walk around outside because you can feel the cold cutting into your face. Conditions in the Antarctic are far more extreme, so the Norwegian outpost surroundings could have been more treacherous, creating an unbearable claustrophobic environment. If you take on a project like this, which has such a cult following and great memories for so many, you need to have bleeding edge attention to detail in order to stand out. I wanted this film to work so much, and despite my observations and suggestions, I did enjoy the ride. To be balanced, there are explanations of direct links to the original which are brilliant. One is the huge empty ice block Kurt Russell finds in the original, and the burnt two-headed thing that they bring back for a post-mortem. The other great moments involve the fantastic creature effects. Today's special effects are pure magic. We all love the fact that the original was more hands-on without computer-generated effects, but it's all about the end result on screen and not how they got there. The story would have improved if it focused on the characters' reactions and subsequent trauma to the unspeakable mutations growing before their eyes. The ending feels like a last-minute attempt to tie things together, and the spaceship scene destroyed the mystery of the original. However, The Thing, made in 2011, is worth seeing because of the moments they do get just right, especially when the Thing decides to make its appearances. If this prequel was set in modern day, many years later, it would have given the writers and producers a more creative blank canvas. The idea to create a prequel unfortunately set them up for a huge challenge where they failed, but all involved can hold their heads up high for a brave effort in trying.